What is going on, tactical gamers? Welcome back to the channel. Now, my last video was a bootcamp video where it just had some quick tips on how to play the game, just how to get ahead, since there are a lot of new players that have come into the game. This one is going to be part 2 of that, so we're just going to hop into it. If I miss anything, if you feel like anything should be added to the list or added to a giant one, I plan on doing one with like 100 tips if possible. Feel free to comment that down below. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Govern, who really helped me with this. He helped me put it together and gave me some tips there, so thank you, Govern. Other than that, let's go. Now, probably the most common comment I got on my last video is in regards to the crouch run. The crouch run, which is just you hitting the crouch button and going forward, still makes sounds. But when you crouch walk, which is just holding the left Alt key by default, you don't make any sounds at all. Sure, you don't move quite as fast, but you're also not making any sounds. The next one is that there's no reason to not fast reload when your mag is empty. Now, I can understand not fast reloading when you have about half a mag and you're going to lose all those bullets as you throw your mag across the screen. But if your mag is empty, there's no reason to keep that magazine. So always, when the gun is empty, throw that mag across the screen and forget about it. Now, along the lines of reloading, the game saves where you were in your reload if you move to another action. So if you decide to switch weapons, run, or any other action that takes your soldier's full attention while you're reloading, you'll have to continue that reload. What you don't want to do is get caught with your pants down and your mag well empty. If you're trying to be really sneaky, you're going to want to use a gas mask. Now, if you're on the insurgent side, it's free. It doesn't cost any points. If you're on the security side, on the other hand, it costs about a point. But this gas mask is going to stop you from obnoxiously coughing inside the smoke. So if you run through the smoke without the gas mask, well, you do this. And if you run through with a gas mask, you do this. Now, the biggest cost, I guess, is just some loss of peripheral vision, but it is pretty helpful if you're trying to sneak up on your enemy and don't want that smoke to give you away. If you're really bad at recoil control, don't feel bad. It's a tough thing, and it happens to the best of us. To cope, a foregrip is just a no-brainer. And to help you out a bit more, put on a suppressor. It's actually more effective than a compensator, and you get to be sneaky breaky. Here's the comparison. Also, you really don't have to worry about a suppressor decreasing your bullet damage. That doesn't happen in this game. You can put that puppy on there and feel confident that not only are you better equipped to handle the solo flank, it shows you truly care about the longevity of your soldier's auditory function. Also, speaking of recoil control, crouching and prone drastically reduces your recoil, at the cost of mobility, of course. Here's that comparison. Alright, back to the suppressor. When you've got this attached to your rifle, remember, your rifle is going to be longer than normal. Now, I know usually you'd be proud of that, but in this case, you're going to have to bring your weapon down much sooner while near walls. Bigger isn't always better. If you're having trouble learning the maps or the game modes or positioning any of those things, you can actually check them all out on local play. You've got to open up the admin menu using the minus button by default, and you can change the map, the AI, the game mode, the AI difficulty, whether or not damage is on. You've got a whole bunch of indicators there that you can switch around so that you can really learn the map and not have to worry about anything. And to get a good feel for the weapons and any other attachments or anything else you might need, head on over to tutorials. Now, it's here on the main screen. If you're like me, you didn't know that this button existed for a while since, you're a man and you don't really need tutorial for anything. But here you'll find a shooting range where you can test all the guns and big waves of enemies. It's also a really good spot to test if your aimbot is working, you filthy little cheaters. Alright guys, there you go. There's Bootcamp version 2. Again, if I missed anything, feel free to comment down below and I'll put that in a future video. I plan on making a giant video of 100 tips and tricks on Insurgency, so if you all want to help me out on that, feel free to do that. Also, like and subscribe again if you enjoy what you hear, if you enjoy my sweet, calming, deep, Audacity-tuned voice. Feel free to do that. Other than that, guys, hope you guys have a good week. Hope you have a happy new year. And see you in the next one.